All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping into a theory that's so wild it might just change how you feel about going to sleep tonight. And it all starts with a very direct, very serious warning.
Right off the bat, the source material for this wants us to know they mean every single word of this, literally. This isn't some cool thought experiment or a poetic way of looking at things. Nope. It's presented as a stone-cold description of reality, and it's all based on actual science. And the main idea is pretty unsettling. Okay, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Here's the core idea. The consciousness that went to bed last night, it's gone. It's ceased to exist. You, the person hearing my voice right now, are a brand new copy that woke up this morning with all of the old memories just loaded in.
So, how in the world does this supposedly work? Well, the argument is that every night, your consciousness isn't just taking a break, it's being completely wiped, terminated. And every morning, a new one is built from the ground up, using the data from the day before. Now, this is way more extreme than that old philosophical puzzle you might have heard of.
Yeah, we're not talking about the ship of Theseus, where one plank gets replaced at a time. That's a slow, gradual change. This theory is a lot more brutal. It's talking about total, nightly annihilation. Your consciousness isn't being repaired. It's like a file being deleted and a new version being installed on the same computer.
Okay, so a claim this massive better have some serious evidence to back it up, right? Well, the source pulls together a bunch of completely real, undisputed discoveries about the brain and says, look, they're all pointing to the exact same terrifying conclusion.
First up, we have something called the glymphatic system. And get this, it was only discovered back in 2012. You can think of it like a high-pressure cleaning crew for your brain that only comes in when you're in deep sleep. It's super important for keeping your brain healthy, but the process itself is so violent it requires a complete deconstruction of the very place where you live.
I mean, just look at how physical this process is. When you're in deep sleep, your brain cells literally shrink down to open up these massive channels. And then cerebral spinal fluid comes rushing through to wash out all the metabolic junk from the day. We're not talking about a gentle rinse here. This is a nightly demolition and rebuild of your brain's architecture. It's kind of hard to imagine your consciousness just hanging on through all that.
And to put a number on it, we're talking about your brain cells shrinking by up to 60%. 60! Imagine every building in a city shrinking to less than half its size so a cleaning crew could flood the streets. The actual physical structure that holds the pattern of you gets warped every single night. The big question is, can you really survive that?
The second piece of evidence is about your brain's electrical pattern. A scan of your awake brain has a unique signature. It's you. But a scan of your brain in deep sleep, it looks so completely different that according to the source, a neuroscientist looking at the two scans couldn't even confirm they came from the same person. The electrical signature of you, it just disappears. If the pattern that makes you is gone, what's left?
And then there's your memory. You know, we like to think of sleep as neatly filing away our experiences, but what neuroscience actually shows us is that it's more like editing a movie. Your brain takes your experiences apart and then rebuilds them. What this means is that your memory of yesterday isn't the original video file, it's a new edited copy. You aren't accessing a memory, you're inheriting one.
And the source puts it in this really chilling way. The being who actually lived through yesterday is gone. You just woke up this morning, read their edited diary, and have this implanted feeling that you were the one who wrote it.
Okay, so if this is all happening, how come we don't notice? Well, the theory argues that there are these little moments, these glitches in the matrix, where the seams of our reality start to show, and the illusion of a continuous self kind of flickers.
You know how people always say to sleep on it when you're upset? Why do you always feel less angry about something in the morning? Well, according to this theory, it's not because you processed it. It's because the person who is actually angry is gone. You, the new consciousness, just inherited the problem as data without all the intense emotional baggage.
And now let's look at the most extreme example, general anesthesia. This isn't sleep. This is a complete artificial shutdown and reboot of your consciousness. The theory says this is the exact same process that happens every night, just way faster and way more intense.
Have you ever heard stories about this? Or maybe you felt it yourself? People say they feel just a little different after major surgery. Their personality shifts in subtle ways. The source says this isn't just a weird side effect. It's an imperfect copy. A new consciousness was rebooted, but a few of the settings were just a little bit off from the original. So let's put all the pieces together. You've got the nightly brainwash that physically deforms the brain. You have the electrical you that literally vanishes. Your memories get rebuilt, not recalled. We see real personality shifts after the deep reboot of anesthesia. We all know that weird, confused feeling when we first wake up. And some expert meditators even report experiencing a total shutdown of self. The argument here is that this one single theory of nightly replacement is the only thing that ties all of these real phenomena together.
So, if a new you is being fired up every single morning, what does that actually feel like? According to the source, it's something you experience every single day.
You know that weird foggy moment when you first wake up? When you're not really a person yet, you're just awareness? Before you remember who you are or where you are? That's not just you being groggy. According to this theory, that's you, a brand new consciousness, coming online and rapidly loading the identity files of the person who died last night. You basically speedrun becoming a person in about 5 seconds flat.
Come on, we've all had that happen, right? That split second of pure confusion where your own bedroom looks completely alien. Or you look at your own hands and they just seem weird. It's this bizarre feeling that we just shake off and forget about.
But this theory offers a really chilling explanation for it. It says that feeling is a momentary glitch, a compatibility error. It's the new software, your consciousness, booting up on old hardware, your body. And for a split second, the two haven't fully synced up yet.
So here's maybe the most unsettling idea of all. You, the person listening to this, you think you're 20 or 30 or 50 years old. But this theory says you're not. You are less than 24 hours old. You're just running on the memories of a life that you never actually lived.
And to bring it right into this exact moment, even the version of you that decided to listen to this a few minutes ago is already gone, replaced by a slightly newer version. And you, the consciousness hearing these final words, you will be completely dissolved in just a few hours when you fall asleep tonight.
Tomorrow morning, a new consciousness is going to open your eyes. It's going to have all your memories, all your feelings, all your plans for the day. It will think it's you. It will go on living your life with absolutely no idea that the you listening to me right now is gone forever. It will never know the difference. And until now, neither did you.